Blog Talk Radio.
Oh, shit.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Free American. I'm your host, Clay Doug. And you ignorant people calling in on that block number, answers are 512. I won't take your call, and I can't call back. And I know you're just a troll calling in on some borrowed number, so you can go to hell, too. And you block number there, one. You can kiss my country ass, and goodbye. I ain't taking your call ever again. And I've got a theory here. Let's test this out this morning. I've got a lot of interesting things that I want you to hear today. Will expose Antifa for what it really is. It kind of backs up another one of my theories. We fought a Cold War and we lost, in my opinion. But I think these people call in the morning before the show starts, so they don't, you listening out there, you don't have anything to compare them to, so they think maybe they'll get away with being, that maybe you won't realize how fucking stupid they really are. But let's just test that. I have had a couple of callers that had a glimmer of intelligence, but most of them have just been dumber than shit. One of them is we'll just see here. And you calling on the block numbers, you get fucked. I'm not taking your call ever again. Steve and Professor Dumbledore. Not taking any cartoon characters. Not letting you. Not challenge of witch here, and I just don't fight under our bed here. So you can go to hell. But 609. Here, let's test out my theory. Who are you? Where are you? And what's on your mind if you've got one? 609.
This is Carl. Want to buy one of your books? Where do I go to buy a book?
FreeAmerican.com.
Let me get a pen and I'll write that down. How much you want?
Fuck you. You're
How
my
much you want,
fucking
son?
fan club. You ain't gonna write nothing down. Sorry, dear.
How much you want for them?
$10. You get them as a PDF. If you like it, then you can order a hard copy to enshrine on your bookshelf. $10 for a PDF. And if you don't know what a PDF is, you don't need to be. You're on a computer. You know how to use a computer. It's a PDF. It's only $10, and you can read a $40 book for $10.
Let me write this down here. $10.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Goodbye. Well, that backs up my theory. Only dumb motherfuckers call in on the show before the show even starts. 414. You got to prove my point here?
Yeah, my name's Travis from Michigan. Need to, I looked you up on Google, and I'm gonna start listening to your show. I heard you have a pretty interesting show. One thing is, though, I see on Google that I don't know who put it on there, but if you put it on there, if someone else put it on, that you're transgender.
Gender, that's a fucking lie, and it ain't on Google. That's a fucking lie. That makes you a fucking liar. So I don't give a fuck whether you listen to my show or not.
Look it up on it. Look it up. Just look it up yourself. If you don't believe me, look it up.
I don't believe you. I think you're a lying cocksucker. 919, what do you want?
Good morning, Clay. How is it going today?
I know my name. What's yours?
I'm Jeff in the Charlotte, Greensboro, Raleigh area. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm always fine. Except when I have
Well,
to
good.
talk
I
to
appreciate.
people. Hope you're not one.
Well,
What do you want?
I see your show started out that way. But anyway, I just wanted to see what you thought about the NFL players kneeling. It seems like there's still blowback, and it seems like a he said, she said with President Trump against the NFL players, and I don't like the direction this is going in.
As far as I'm concerned, I just as soon I can get just as much of a thrill going down and watching the high school football players that I can sitting on a TV and watching overpaid, ignorant assholes out there running, playing the same thing for a few $1 million.
I know that's a good point. I swear these NFL players, they're I don't know how to say it. They're more traitorous and cowardly than the Confederate Army. I mean, I appreciate what you're doing and what you're sticking up for.
I stand up for our flag. I stand up for our national anthem. I stand up for our soldiers. And this all kind of got rolling with Obama, who wouldn't salute our soldiers. And he'd get down, Obama kind of started the trend because he'd get down on his knees and suck anybody's dick that he happened to like. And we had a queer for our goddamn president living with a transsexual, transgender.
What do you mean by that? I don't know that one.
What?
I didn't know what you meant about the president being transgender. What was that?
He wasn't, but his wife was. His wife was a Michael. His wife was a man named Michael. He referred to him as Michael in a couple of instances. He messed up. And
slip of the tongue.
If you watch a little clip, you can see his dick when he's dancing with Ellen. So that's got the whole thing ball rolling.
Well, those things happen, yeah. I know these NFL players. I swear they're more cowardly and gay than the Southern Confederates. It really stinks. But I appreciate your issues and your take on everything.
Hang on.
What was that? No, I was talking about the NFL players. What you were saying about the NFL stance.
I know, but compared to Southern Confederates, those were real men. They fought for our land. They should have won. And we've been a lot better off if they had. So thanks for your call.
Well, I didn't mean it in Clay. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just meant that half the Confederate Army was gay and transgender. But it's nothing personal. I don't mean it in a bad way.
Fuck you. Go to hell. Go listen to Alex Jones. Goodbye. 848.
I got you guys going in.
Goodbye, stupid. 845. You're the last call I'm taking. What do you fucking want?
Hey, how you doing, Clay? Been a long time I spoke with you, and I'm glad you put that man down like that. Confederates fought hard, and so did the Union. They fought hard too. And
they were.
Yeah, we would have been much better off if the Confederates did win. And you know what? The United States was actually Confederates themselves when they fought the British. And we won. So the Confederate States should have won. I don't understand.
The whole thing was engineered the same way with the new Civil War that's going on right now. You're a part of history right now because there's a new Civil War going right now. And you're a witness to it.
Absolutely. You're right on. You have always been right on, Clay Douglas.
Yes,
stand up.
I consider it a curse.
Stand up and salute all the veterans who have shed their blood for us. I stand
do that
up.
every day. I volunteered for Vietnam. I wanted to go over there, fight for this country, until I realized, until this country tried to kill me before I got to Vietnam. They did me a favor. I'm glad I didn't have to go over to Vietnam and kill a bunch of farmers that were never a threat to us based on a lie. And the real communist, the real traitor to America was Lyndon Johnson, who participated in the killing of Kennedy and whose first act as president of this country was to recall all of the money that Kennedy issued with Executive Order 11110 called United States Note, debt-free money. And
the silver certificate,
Johnson,
remember? Silver
yes,
certificate. And he took it off, that bastard.
I still
That
got
guy
it.
shouldn't have been allowed to live.
I still got one of them in my pocket, sir.
Well, hold on
I got
to
the
it.
United States note, a $5 bill that says United States note on it. It's got a red seal, not a green seal.
Yes, sir.
And then that Johnson, that low-life communist Jew bastard,
Yes,
tried
and
to
they're
kill
communists.
100-some-odd men on the USS Liberty and tried to start a nuclear war by bombing Egypt for Israel.
Well, they're all going to pay the price big time. Big time. Everything is underway. Congress is going to be cleaned out. All those big hobnobs and all those big corporations and those PPPs, the money generation machines that they all participate in, including Gates himself, $2 billion a year out of those PPPs. It's amazing. That's how they fund themselves. They don't need tax money. They're taking tax money from us. They're taking it from us to do anything they want with. They pay the Rothschilds off for the debt that we owe them, and they're having fun up there.
We can never get out of. Where do we get the money to pay the interest on that money they give to us that we pay the national debt on? We can never pay out. It's a scam. Federal Reserve is a scam. And
Yep.
I worked with Charles Collins when he ran for president in 1996, who wanted to duplicate what Kennedy did for us. He wanted to issue tax or debt-free money. He wanted to reissue United States notes, and you probably never even heard that he was running for president, because every time he got up on stage, and I traveled with him from Maine all the way down to San Diego, and every time he got up to tell people at the Republican conventions that we could become debt-free just by electing him president, they cut off all the cameras.
Yeah, isn't that a shame?
Every cameraman on stage cut off the cameras and took a smoke break when Charles Collins spoke.
Yeah, and
God rest his soul.
he was not a communist. He was a true American.
He was.
He wore the red, white, and blue. He took a bath with it. He slept in it. He believed in U.S. Marines. He knew he could take
sir.
the U.S. Huh?
I said, I appreciate your call. I got other calls stacking up here, but thank you very much, and I tell everybody that the free American is
Thank you.
true to this country and true to the Constitution. I took an oath.
That's right.
No expiration date on it.
Never give up, buddy. Never give up. Bye.
Never. Thank you. Bye-bye now. Yeah, well, interesting. Blowing my theory here. We actually have intelligent listeners. Don't prove me wrong here, 580. Who are you? What are you?
Hey, good morning, Clay. Want to talk about North Korea
Give me a
and
name
also about
before you start running your mouth. Give me a name or I'll hang up on your ass right
you
now.
can call me, this is Roger, and I want to talk also about the repeal of Obamacare and what's going on with, Trump's trying his best to, get Obamacare, but these liberals, the left, they're fighting him, and I'm just want your opinion
and
on it.
don't forget the Resistance by Songbird McCain, who is sold out to the United States, who sold out all of my brothers over there that he left over there in Vietnam. And don't forget that Songbird McCain is the one that made propaganda recordings for the North Vietnam. And if you don't believe that, I've got them posted on the freeamerican.com website. The traitor son of a bitch got too bad he didn't get his brain cancer about 40 years ago. Go ahead.
Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture of McCain and Soros together? I can email you a copy.
Yeah, email me a copy. Clay at freeamerican.com.
And Clay,
I did. Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture of him hugging the former Vietnamese jailer when he showed up in Congress?
Clay. That makes me sick. Clay, I lied. This is Steve. But see, we can actually have a good conversation. I just wanted to show you that we are on the same page.
If you were a man of honor, but you're not. You're a lying cocksucker. Goodbye, you chicken shit. 848. Hey, 848. Okay, goodbye. Dumb motherfucker. 609. Oh, 609. I don't think I want to talk to your ass. You don't know how to use a fucking phone anyway. Goodbye. 334. How about you? You know how to use a phone? 334?
Hey, Clay. My name is Mike. I'm calling from Prattville, Alabama. I had a question for you. I know you've talked about the Hollow Earth a few times and about the giants and that sort of thing. One thing I've always been curious about is language, and if you've ever heard anything about if the giants talk or if there's any sort of ancient language they use. I've heard a few things on my end, but I want to see your point of view.
I would say they probably speak Aramaic or something like that. Probably that, but I don't know that for sure. And until I get to talk to one, I couldn't say for sure at all. So
I was listening to your show the other day. And it played something you were saying played backwards, and it totally reminded me of what I've heard. I know you call people ignorant motherfuckers a lot, and you deserve to because they're kind of crazy. But it played backwards, and it reminded me of the giants. Listen to this. Ready?
Okay, that's enough. Goodbye. And JT, Chris, if you mention and say one thing about Steve being on this show again, you son of a bitch, I will kick you out of this room. I will kick you out every goddamn day that you come back in. Steve has nothing to do with this show. Don't know who the motherfucker is, and if I ever get my hands on him, I will put him in the fucking hospital. And if you say anything else about it, if you say anything else about him having anything to do with this show, you're lying, you're saying something that's not true, and I will kick your ass out. You will never be allowed back in the show. Thanks. Thanks for listening, folks. And if you Waco 2, I call it Waco 2. Glad I missed it. But just after I got back into Texas, it was Waco 2. And the Banditos and the other club there, it wasn't a war between the clubs. Somebody, an undercover agent, might have fired one shot. The cops opened up on them and killed a few people and arrested a bunch more. And it was all bullshit. The bikers didn't do anything wrong. Goodbye.